All right, it's a Freeform Rock Podcast Memorial Day special. Thank you to all who served. And I just got to say something. Never say Happy Memorial Day.
That's not a
It's a
happy day.
somber day, man. I've heard people tell me that, and I go, you don't get it. Hey,
Right.
Andy, what's up, man? You brought up a subject, man. What are we doing, man?
Yeah, well, first thing of all, when I was at work all last week, customers would tell me, "Hey, have a happy have a great Memorial Day weekend." What's so great about you? You're supposed to be mourning the men and women who served our country and gave their lives for it. And I hope that people do remember that. Um, So, what we're going to do, we got a lot of different things that we could talk about. So, I'm going to start off with one of them. Metallica announced a a 2026 summer tour that is going to take them through Europe. It's They're going to continue the 72 seasons in Europe. This has been a massive tour for them. Don't you think, Mark?
Yeah, I saw it, what, like 2 years ago or a year ago, something like that?
Yeah.
Almost 2 years because it'd be 2 years in August when I saw them. And that was a great tour, except for the second Sunday with Five Finger Donkey Punch and Ice Nine kills my fucking ears. God damn. But if you guys like those bands, that's cool because it's rock and roll. At least you ain't listening to fucking Nicki Minaj. But yeah, that's great. But the first day, man, they had fucking like what, Mammoth and Pantera, and I think the second day there it's going to be Suicidal Tendencies and Pantera. I think this time.
Oh well, yeah. That's going to be here over there, and for the 2026 tour, it's going to be Avatar and Pantera for a few dates, and the other dates are pretty interesting. They're going to be with Gojira, which is the French or from France, and also a band called Knocked Loose.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, them. They're going to be at Rocklahoma. So they're
That's right.
playing on Saturday at Rocklahoma. So I started listening to their music just yesterday, just so that I could get acquainted with them. And they're a little bit too much for me because it's more of
De-
hardcore.
Deaf, something.
No, no, it's like
No.
hardcore. It's like what's the name of that band that they reminded me of? Mm, I'll think about it later. But that's interesting that they're taking Knock Loose on there because they're not a big band. They're taking they're a small band, so
Well, that's
that's
cool
pretty
because
cool.
Metallica rare. Well, Ice Nine Kills was a pretty small band. So even though they killed my ears, a friend at work loves them, and that's fine. It's rock. And I heard the singer guest on somebody else's song, and he was good. I don't know why he can't sing like that in Ice Nine Kills. You
Yeah,
know.
I saw Ice Nine Kills at Daytona for Rockville a couple years ago, and I didn't like it. It wasn't my kind of stuff. I
No.
was like, eh. It was very oh well, it wasn't very good. So I
No, but
just took it
that's
off.
why I say Ice Nine kills my ears.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, man, Metallica, man, the greatest band in the world. You can't deny them. I'm sorry, Megadeth lovers. Megadeth does not even hold Metallica's fucking shorts. I'm sorry. They Dave wishes he was as big as Metallica, but even Metallica can make fucking shit albums like Load and Reload and Saint Anger and still get a million copies sold. You make Risk, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
But we do need to admit, I think Megadeth is bigger than you think they are. I
But
think
they're
they're bigger around the world than they are here in America.
well, they here they need people to be Metallica could do a 3 hour set with no opening bands, but they always need Megadeth always needs like Lamb of God or some other band to be on the bill with them.
Right,
They need those bands with them. It's like
right,
Three Doors Down. Well, sorry about that, but I'm just giving an example. Three Doors Down needs Third Eye Blind and the Spin Doctors to be with them to get people to
to
come
go.
into a shed, not even an
Right.
arena. So that's what I'm saying. Megadeth needs other bands with them. It's like I kind of wish that Metallica they could do this. They could be nice to Dave and said, "Let's do a co-headlining tour." You know, get Metallica, get Megadeth, the audience they just. I think Megadeth deserves a bigger audience than they get. You know, I think they should be able to do a 3 hour set without any opening bands, but they can't. Metallica
Yeah,
can. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. You're right. Megadeth can't do that. I mean,
yeah.
they're not in the league of Metallica, but I think they've done very well for themselves.
They have, and the last two albums were amazing. Dystopia and the other one, I like it.
Yeah,
But the last two albums by Metallica, for me, everybody disagrees with me. 72 Seasons was awesome, but they like the sick, the dying, and the dead better, and I don't know why.
I
Yeah,
don't know why.
it's good. After about 6 songs, they lose me on that album.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I start to fall asleep about track 6 every
well,
time.
well, it's kind of repetitive. The
It
music is like
is.
really repetitive on that Megadeth. And Bushy's going, fuck you guys." You know, Nate and Scribble's going, "Fuck you guys." You know what, Scribble? Take a seat, buddy.
Yeah, I really think that Metallica is head over heels. I mean, head above them. It
Yeah,
really is.
I do too. Well, the
Also, what was pretty interesting, Deep Purple is back in the recording studio in Nashville.
nice that minus what was that minus
Mine,
one
no, plus equals one.
plus such a confusing album title. I think
Yeah,
if they had a better album title that stick in people's memory better, they should have got
yeah, I
something
think so
more.
too.
Yeah,
But it was a very good album.
it's a fucking great album.
Yeah,
We need to review that on Freeform, but Rock and Metal Combat podcast reviewed it. So every time like another I see another podcast touch on an album, I wait
yeah,
a few months. You know.
right, right, of course. Yeah,
Yes.
and what I had brought up to Mark, which was pretty interesting, I got this from Ultimate Classic Rock website. It was 25 songs that ruined classic albums. Now, I just took a handful of them and I'm going to share them with y'all. And Mark would talk about several that popped out to him too. One that I disagree with because I like the song, the Beatles' Abbey Road. They put in Maxwell Silverhammer. I love Maxwell Silverhammer. I think it's a fun song. I think Abbey Road's a flawless album. I don't think there's a bad song on there at all. A lot of people might say I'm an Octopus Garden, but I love Octopus Garden. What do you think about Maxwell Silverhammer making this list, Mark?
Fucking love that song. It's like bang bang Maxwell Silver and the came
Yeah,
down upon it. It's like a serious pop song. It's
yeah,
like the lyrics are fucking talking about killing people. And then fucking it's happy, it's jovial.
yeah,
It's singing it. It's like, God dang, hey, I'm Richard Ramirez, you know, stab, 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 stab. You know, I'm the Night Stalker, man, but I'm singing the Beatles. I'm gonna make a song about the Beatles, and it's like fucking hey, it's like it's a great fucking song. I love it. It fits that album on that side. It's like there's
yeah. I
so
think
many.
so too.
It fits it perfect with in the end and everything on that side. It goes perfect with that. I even like Octopus's Garden. It goes with the pop side. It's that side is Paul's side. It's pop. You know, John
Yeah.
said I don't want his songs touching mine. Put mine on side one. So there you go.
Oh, well, those are all on side one.
Yeah, side one. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
but John
Um,
went to side two.
right. But when you hear the ding ding, that's an actual anvil and a hammer.
Damn.
To make that noise, that's what they actually used. And I think one of the sound engineers is the one doing the hammering on the anvil that they found there in the recording studio. Now that's one of the things the Beatles did a lot of was look around recording studios or old tapes or old sound effects that they put into their music, which is pretty ingenious. Another one of those songs that I
But back
wanted.
to the Beatles thing,
Yeah, sure.
they use recording techniques that you could do with digitally. They did it analog back then. Like they put tape on the tape heads. They did other things to give a muffled sound. They did different things to get different
Yeah,
sounds. And right now you could just go type in a computer and get all these sounds.
yeah.
They had to work. You know
Yeah,
that.
for them it would take weeks and sometimes
Yeah,
months to
it's
get
like now you
exactly
could do
what
that
they
shit
wanted.
in seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But then that was 50 years ago, and Jimi Hendrix was also a
yeah.
whiz at playing a lot with his studio.
Backwards masking that he did. Oh, that guitar going backwards on
Yeah,
the one. Yeah.
mhm. which is something that Jimi Hendrix does not get credit for. He should get a credit for a lot of things that he doesn't. They just think of him as a guitar hero, and really, there's a lot more to him than that. Another,
He made his own studio for a reason.
yeah, another song that I don't know if you're too familiar with, but off of Derek and the Dominoes, Layla, and other sort of love songs, "Thorn Tree in the Garden." Are you familiar with that song?
Not really. I'm only familiar with like three songs off that album. I really haven't done a deep dive into it.
That's a very short acoustic track, which I can understand. It messes up with the flow because this is a pure rock blues electric album, and it's a double. And I can understand that this messes with the flow, but I thought sometimes you need something different to be thrown in there to not interrupt the flow, but just to change the flow just a little bit. And it's one of my favorite tracks on there. Another track that's on here, Bob Dylan's Rainy Day Woman 12 and 35, which kicks off Blonde on Blonde. I, for one, love this song, but I don't think that this was the right album for it. I'm a big fan of the Blonde on Blonde album, and this is the leadoff track, and it just does not fit. What do you think about that song, Mark?
I love the song, but I need to listen to it in context of the album. That's one of my things. I love a lot of Bob Dylan songs. I have his greatest hits, but I've never dove into albums by him. Like Frank Zappa. I need to get into more Frank Zappa. I do love Zuda Luris, and I love the one with Guitar Killed Your Mama. I
Right,
love those two albums. Basically, those are the only two fully Frank Zappa albums. He's got so much material. Just like Bob Dylan, it's just like, damn, I'm like, my brain can't hold all this shit anymore. It's just 50, like 60, 70 years of music that I want to listen to. It's like, how am like, I can't listen to all these vinyl I have over here. It's like, I need to listen to a lot of shit. And I got podcasts I need to listen to. I need to listen to Three Shots Down, Rock and Metal, Decibel Geek. I just got so much shit I want to hear. I
right,
want to listen to you guys first because you're my brothers. I want to give you that download,
right,
that play. But I love Rainy Day. It's like, I love it will not be so all alone. Everybody must get stoned. I love that fucking song. They stone you when I
right.
love that
Yeah,
song, man. It's like I love it when Tom Petty did it with him. Fucking amazing. I just read about how Tom Petty brought Bob Dylan back to life when he said, "Hey Bob, I'll be your back. We'll be your backing band. Let's go out there and do a tour together." He wanted him to get out there, and him just singing background with Bob was like one of the, and it brought the fire back to Bob Dylan to get out there and tour again. That was. I wish I would have seen that. I know friends who went and saw Bob Dylan and Tom Petty together. That would have been amazing.
right. Yeah.
I think
Oh
Tom
well,
Petty's. I'm gonna be sacrilegious here. I think the best backing band Bob Dylan ever had was the Heartbreakers.
I
But
prefer the band.
I love the Heartbreakers, man. You got
Oh yeah.
Stan Lynch, Belmont Tench,
Oh
Mike
well, yeah.
Campbell.
Well, yeah. Of course, I'm not saying that I don't love Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. No, but as a backing band for for Bob, I think when the band came into it, was for this Blonde on Blonde album.
Yeah.
So it really, it became a double album that the band pushed and pushed and pushed into different directions. I mean, you really need to listen to Blonde on Blonde because it blows up. It's there's back and forth, but it shouldn't be that much of a back and forth because we could just Wikipedia this, but it's considered as one of the first double albums ever.
I'm talking about live backing band. I think
Oh, okay.
live backing because Tom Petty never made an album with Bob Dylan
Right, right. They just
except
made
the
them.
Traveling Wilburys, and that wasn't like the Heartbreakers there.
Right,
But I'm just saying that backing band live, the Heartbreakers were a lot better than the band backing live for me.
yeah.
I've seen video of both of them, and I'm a huge Tom Petty fan. I miss that guy, man. To heaven, man.
Speaking
Love
of
you.
Tom Petty, one of his songs were on this list.
Oh, what is it?
Zombie Zoo
Heh.
off of Full Moon Fever, which I love Full Moon Fever, but I do need to admit I do not like Zombie Zoo. I can really do without that track. Now don't be a homer on this. What do you think about Zombie Zoo?
I'm not a homer, but I've always liked that song.
Really?
And I'm not lying about it. No,
Yeah.
I've always
Oh
like
well, no, I
listen at
believe
the
you.
zombie zoo. I just love it. It's a fun little ditty, man. It's a cool song. It's like it lightens up the album a little bit, that you got You're So Bad, Free
Yeah.
Falling, and Running Down a Dream. That's kind of like it reminds me of like just getting a little fun track, just to jam, just to have fun. It's like kind of like Def Leppard doing Mott and a Hoople or T-Rex, it's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. I'm not a fan of it. I know that this is a song that you complain a lot about, at least once a month. I'm by, I'm by the police mother office synchronicity.
Oh, there could be a
Everyone,
couple songs off that album.
yeah, well, go for it. Talk about that one.
What the fuck is that song? It that and Mrs. Gradenko. God damn, I'm putting that one in there too. Fuck both those songs. It's like it takes away the flow of the album. It just
Yeah, it does.
downgrades. It's like mother. Can you make that like a B-side or something?
Or
Do
not
you
at
have to
all.
or not at all? I don't know. Put it on your message in a box set,
Right.
something like that. And it's like one of the worst songs I fucking heard in my life. It's like one reason I didn't want to buy that remastered or remixed fucking Synchronicity box set, because there's two shits. That is the worst. It is the best and the worst Police album of all time for me, because it's got my favorite Police song on there. It's got a lot of my favorite Police songs on there, but two songs and they're just fucking. It's not a complete album for me because of those two
Right.
songs. It's got Murder by Numbers. It's got Synchronicity 1 and 2. It's
Yeah.
got Wrapped Around Your Finger. It's got Every Breath You Take.
King
Fucking
of Pain.
King of Pain. It's
Yeah.
like, goddamn, it's a great album. And then those two songs come in. It's like, oh, God.
It's like, yeah. It's like, I would have taken a pretty cool instrumental over those.
Yeah, Behind My Camel was better than us.
Yeah.
That won a Grammy, by the way.
Um, this album here is considered one of the biggest selling albums of all time. I'm talking about Fleetwood Mac's Rumors with the song Oh Daddy, which I am not a fan of at all. I'm not too sure if you remember that one. I think
Yeah,
that is
it's Kristen McVie.
was Christine McVie was the lead
Yeah.
in that one.
I think this is why I didn't like Christine McVie for years, because of that song. Because I heard that song and I go, oh God, this song sucks. Even I fucking, You Make Living Fun's a great song, but Oh Daddy is like, it put her to the like my third least favorite vocalist of Fleetwood Mac. It's Lindsay, Stevie, and her. It's like Lindsay's always been my favorite. I don't care. Stevie Nicks. Like I always say this, you could thank him for your career. You're welcome.
I wonder if Oh Daddy, was more of a English word to use daddy, because I wonder if that was more about John McVie.
Yeah, because that whole album was about breakups.
Right.
And she was part of it because John were breaking, Lindsay and Stevie were breaking up. I think the only one left out of that was Mick Fleetwood. He wasn't with nobody in the band.
And then eventually he started hooking up with Stevie.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, just think how tall she is and how short he is. Oh God, she. It seems like that puzzle doesn't fit.
Oh, when you're lying down, it all fits. Head to toe, head to toe. Um, Another song on here, which we talked about before when we were reviewing Elton John's Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, which is available on the Freeform Rock podcast. It's Jamaica Jerk Off, a song that's in the middle of a really good album, and it doesn't fit at all. It's a silly song. I understand throwaway tracks. Every album has them. But man, it's not even a throwaway. It's a throw up song. It's terrible. What do you think?
Terrible. Oh God, it's like I think I said this on the show. It doesn't make me want to jerk off. God dang. Are they talking about food? How they jerk chicken or
Jamaica jerk chicken.
yeah, jerk chicken. I don't know why. It's like, what is there, 17 songs on that album?
Yeah, because it was a double.
Yeah, they could have cut that album out. They could
They
have cut
could have
that song
cut
off.
several songs off of there.
Yeah, we agreed. They could have cut several songs on that album. And this
Yeah,
is before the CD age where they had to put an hour of music on shit.
right. Yeah, yeah. This was a double album that they actually worked on and said, "Oh, you know what? Jamaican Jerk Off will fit perfect right here. The perfect flow." You know
Yeah.
how many people had to agree to that before it actually went into print and into our hands? It's a lot of people that
Were
just
they on a lot of
agreed.
drugs?
I don't know. Back then, Elton John and Bernie Taupin were on top of the world. So
Yeah.
pretty much, when you're at that point, you could basically do whatever you want, and everybody will agree with how great it sounds. A la Load and Reload.
Yeah.
You got yes men or yes women all
Well,
around.
I don't think Metallica had any yes men or yes women. They just put what the fuck they want on there at that time. They didn't have
Well,
a
yeah, but there was no one there to say, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't put these many songs. Maybe you shouldn't put the song there at all."
maybe you shouldn't look like a grunge band, you know.
They didn't look like grunge band. They look like
A
freaking.
glam fucking whatever it was. I don't know
They
what
look
the
like Fonzie's gang. Is what they look like.
Oh
um,
man.
Another song off. People call one of the greatest albums of all time. I do not, because songs like this. A lot of people call it Michael Jackson's Thriller. As you all know, I call it filler. The song "The Lady in My Life," disgusting, terrible, horrible.
Boring.
Very boring.
Boring. It's like Paul McCartney got the best song with The Girl's Mind was okay on that album, but fucking he got Say Say Say.
Yes, awesome.
That's a fucking great song. You got fucking screwed, Michael. Well, you screwed Paul by buying the Beatles back catalog, you fucking asshole. You know Paul wanted that shit.
And that girl is mine was just so. Oh, it was cringe.
Boring.
It really was.
You
And
know, I get pissed off when people talk about that album, that it's one of the greatest albums. Yeah, it had phenomenal songs. It had Billie Jean, it had Beat It, it had Eddie Van Halen on there. It had a lot of great songs, but it's top heavy.
yeah,
Very fucking top heavy. Second side's kind of
it's terrible, Mark.
yeah, it's
I mean,
terrible.
PYT, Pretty Young Things, repeat after me, sha na na na.
I like
Terrible.
PYT. I like
Do
PYT.
you really?
I do like PYT. But Bad was better.
It makes you. I think Bad is a lot better too.
Bad was a lot better than Thriller.
Yes, it
It's
was.
just think what was coming out at that time. You know,
What, Thriller?
yeah, just there's a lot of good shit that was coming out. I don't know why fucking Def Leppard never got the #1 spot. It's a fucking Thriller. Pyromania, much better album.
Oh, a whole lot better album.
1984, Van Halen, much better album.
Much better. And we're not just saying this because we're rock and roll guys, and
I love Michael
and
Jackson.
that's a pop album because we like both, especially
Yeah.
back then in the 80s. But Thriller was not all that they cracked it up to be.
Madonna debut album, much better album. There you go. There's my pop.
Yeah, and Like a Virgin was a whole lot better than
A whole
Thriller.
lot of better album.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Madonna's self-titled album, fucking great.
Yeah, it was.
True Blue is even good. Like a Prayer. And then I kind of dropped off from her.
Oh yeah, right there. I drew the line on Like a Prayer though.
Oh, I Like a Prayer. I love Like a Prayer.
Oh well, yeah. After Like a Prayer, I kind of that's not for me.
She brought me back a little bit with like an album she did was pretty cool, and then she dropped off again. She went to like techno, with Ray of Light was horrible.
That was bad, but Bedtime Stories was all right.
Bedtime Stories, yeah, that was the album that brought me back a little bit. And then Ray of Light came out after, and I said, "Oh, fucking!"
It was just too much.
It was like "Believe" by Cher.
I like that song.
Oh, really? That's what started the fucking auto-tune shit. T-Pain says people blame me for auto-tune. Did you hear "Believe" by Cher?
And Sonny Bono was rolling in his grave. Yeah. No, but I do like that song. I think it's a good song. Yeah. What other songs were on here? Can you think of some others? Just oh yeah, one of my favorite artists is Neil Young. Yep. And off the great album Harvest, there's a song called there is a world. Ugh. I hate it when Neil Young would put orchestra in his music with Jack Nitsky. It really bothers me. What do you think about that, Mark?
I haven't heard it, but orchestra music is horrible in rock and roll.
Yes, it is.
I think I like the No Leaf What Clover by Metallica, and that's about it. But I hate it, especially I like the keyboard horns with Aerosmith here and there, but I
Yeah.
don't like. It's like I saw Evanescence, right? I saw them live one time,
Uh-huh.
and they did a whole orchestra. They orchestrated their songs with a whole orchestra on there with the violinist Lindsey Sterling. I go,
Yeah.
this is fucking boring as fuck. It took away the hard shit from Evanescence. It's like fuck orchestrations, fuck that fucking acoustica shit that the Scorpions did. Fuck that fucking orchestra shit. Just play fucking rock and roll. If you wanted to be orchestra, be an orchestra band. We want guitars, we want drums, we want hard bass. We don't want to hear fucking orchestra. Fucking, I know fucking Beethoven was hard back in the day, but metal does not belong with orchestra or
What do you think
rock.
about what do you think about ELO?
ELO's different because they made orchestra rock. That's different. They didn't like take, they made that songs written with that. They didn't
Right.
take songs that were already like fucking Fade to Black Metallica did with an orchestra. No, 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 no.
Yeah, yeah. I got both Metallica's S&M albums, but I don't really spin them at all. At
It's
all.
fucking Queensryche even did one of those fucking albums. I fucking hate that shit, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Bon Jovi, for not doing an orchestra album. I love you guys for that.
Why? Were they supposed to?
No, I'm just saying thank you. They did a country album that sounded like
Yeah.
Bon Jovi, which was cool. I like Lost Highway, by the way. So you want to
I
make a memory is one of my
yeah.
favorite songs by them of all time. Fucking great song, dude.
And in fact, after New Jersey, I even Keep the Faith. I couldn't get into Keep the Faith. I tried
Oh, I
so many
love Keep the
times
Faith. I love Keep the Faith.
because we've talked about it several times on different podcasts that we're on. So I told myself, you know what? Let me give it a shot. So I went. I pulled it out because, of course, I've got it, and I was like, dude, it's so pretentious that I just can't get into it.
You're calling them pretentious, but you don't think you too is pretentious, right? But you think Bon Jovi's pretentious.
I think I don't think U2 is pretentious at all. I think U2 is very honest with what they're doing.
I think Bon Jovi is also. That's just me.
Okay. Yeah, I think they try things that are above their heads.
I love Keep the Faith. That boom, 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 boom,
There's so
boom,
many
boom.
songs on there that are just bad.
Uh, dude, there's albums that at the time when they came out, I had Keep the Faith, but I skipped These Days, and These Days is one of my favorite Bon Jovi albums, which we did a review on Freeform Rock Podcast.
Mhm.
Hey God is fucking amazing. Give me something for the pain. Got a groove. Take a shot. Well, let me take a shot real quick. Great fucking. I think, but when John lost his voice in that album 2020 and he tried to get all political and change what they originally had out. The last album I really like from them is the last album they just put out. And This House Is Not for Sale. It's really good. I saw that tour.
Uh-huh.
He was really good. He had his voice then. And I pray for that guy because John is a really good human being. He
Yeah,
helps
he is.
he helps the hopeless, the homeless, and he tries to get people back on their feet.
I
Which
think a lot of people do.
I like to see Bruce Springsteen do that shit. I don't see that motherfucker helping anybody except
Of course
raising.
he does.
He does? I don't
Yes.
hear anything about him.
Oh, he doesn't blast it. He doesn't say, "Hey, look at me! Look what I'm doing with all my money."
John
Look,
doesn't either.
everybody, huh?
John
Everybody praise me like
but
John Bon Jovi does.
John doesn't do that at all.
Because
Everybody else.
everybody knows there in the Bible it tells you do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing.
Yes. But the thing is, John
But
doesn't
John
do
Bon
that.
Jovi sure
John
does.
doesn't do that also, but the media does not tell us what Bruce is doing on the side. The media tells us what John is doing on the side. John
Yeah,
doesn't tell us what he's doing on the side, which
yeah,
is
but
cool.
I'm pretty sure John calls them and says, "Hey, I gotta put this out there, let people know what
I
I'm doing."
don't well because he wants to get his the restaurants so he could get more money. He's promoting his charity. That's different. I don't see Bruce promoting. I love Bruce Springsteen,
Yeah.
and you motherfuckers out there putting fake news out there about Bruce Springsteen, fuck off. I don't care about his political views. I care about him as a person and his music, and one of the best shows I've ever seen on the Tunnel Love tour.
And
That fucking amazing fucking show that I've ever seen. I've only seen him once, and he touched me, and it's fucking amazing. Fuck you guys fucking talking shit about Bruce over politics. Fuck politics. Fuck that shit. Just listen to the fucking music, you bastards. He's always been political.
he's always been political, but who is surprised by this? I mean, he's been like this for the longest time.
Right?
Decades he's been like this. It's not like he turned coat at all. He's always talked about this.
I got called. Some asshole called me out on a post. I put that meme up that he got booed off the stage. I go, he's still in fucking Europe. This is fucking fake news. Hasn't been in America playing. What is this shit?
Have you heard of the Country Fried Festival in Atlanta?
No,
of course not.
It's fake.
There's no such thing.
I call out the left. I call out the right. I don't like fake news. Give me real news, bitches. Especially about my rock artist. I don't want to hear you talking shit about them just because you don't agree with them politically. Politics ruins fucking friendships, families, and music to me.
Yeah, but it never used to be like that.
Never used to be. You could be the left, you could be right. And the thing, Ted Nugent gets shit. That motherfucker should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But he isn't.
One person has made this us against them.
Yep.
Everybody's following suit.
I don't
One
like it.
person has divided everything. It's either you're with me or you're against the country. It's weird.
Hey, I voted for Obama. I voted for Trump. I voted for different people. I voted for left. I voted for right. I voted for left. I vote for people with common sense. I don't vote party. I'm not getting political here, but fucking listen to the fucking music and fucking let's fucking come together on music, bitches. Music is the healer. Music saves lives, like Travis said on the after show the other day. Music will save your life if you listen to it. If you just come together on the music and just bond instead of trying to these political parties try to divide us. Stop being divided. This is how they control you.
Yep. Anyway, those are all of my storylines. What do you have to talk about, Mark?
I always talk about this song. It's like a lot of people hate this album, but Ty Shan, even the band hates the song. Even Neil Peart hates the song, but they put it on the album. It didn't fit. It did not fit at all on that album. Yeah. I love Hold Your Fire. Some motherfucker, fuck off. It's not political. I just hate you fuckers talking shit. I hate everybody talking shit about Power Windows. You know, it's like, I love the 80s output. They did not make a bad album to me. They made one bad song, which is Ty Shan. To me, what do you? Huh? You thought they made some bad songs?
Oh yeah, I do.
What did they make? Come on, give it to me. Give me the bad songs.
No. I'm just disagreeing. I think that Rex has made some bad songs, but everybody has. Even the Beatles and Neil Young, that are my two favorites, have done bad songs.
Well, the Beatles and the Rush are my top band of all time.
Right.
And yes, the Beatles made a lot more bad songs than Rush to me. It's like, because they had that sitar shit with and without you. God damn, I hate that song. Talk about the Beatles. There's a song right there. With and Without You slowed that whole fucking album down.
I think it's great.
God.
It's awesome. But I like the sitar. I've got Ravi Shankar albums.
Well, there is, if the sitars, the Beatles did do some sitar songs that were done right.
Well, they didn't do that many songs with a sitar.
They did at least 4. And I think
Yeah,
Within Without You was the worst.
the worst one. But
The
I
worst.
like that one the most because that's the one that they use it throughout the song.
Rubber
You see,
Soul, I think they did a sitar song. What was that on
yeah,
Rubber Soul? What was that?
Norwegian Wood.
That ruled.
Yeah.
That fucking song ruled.
Boom, boom, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that song ruled, but Within Without You is like, this is like hippie. Maybe because it's more hippie dippy shit for me.
I think I think the lyrics were a little bit more. Well, it was the summer of '67. That's what started the whole revolution with Sergeant Pepper. That's what started that whole sub scene, you know.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
that song was, you're not a hippie guy.
No, I hate hippie music, man.
You
But
see,
I like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. They got a lot of hippie shit.
oh, you know what? I did have another question, and I didn't send it to you on Messenger. Since it's Memorial Day weekend,
Huh?
name 5 American bands that signify America for you. Go for it.
I hate to say this. Kiss, Aerosmith, Tesla. God dang, I got to think about American bands here. Yeah, this is because I like a lot of non-American bands a lot
Right,
of
right,
Canadian bands, a lot of English bands.
right.
God dang, Kiss,
Australia, I get it.
Test, Australian, and Excess rules. Uh,
ACDC is better.
ACDC. Well, yeah, ACDC is a little better than Excess, but in Excess rules to me.
Yeah.
But I'm trying Boston, Foreigner. I just gotta say they're American because of Lou Graham. And there was more Americans in that band.
Well, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I'll give you that because they did start off in New York.
They did start
That's their
off in
home
New York.
base. Yeah.
And freaking Dream Theater. And I have one more here. Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Ah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say CCR. Let me think of 5 more different ones. Alice Cooper,
Yeah, great one.
Frank Zappa,
Great one.
Allman Brothers,
Oh, Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner,
Black Crowes. Oh my God,
Black
now I'm
Crowes.
getting it.
All those bands really signified America.
uh,
Not only were they American, but I mean they carried they carried the American flag with their hearts.
Ted Nugent.
Not Ted Nugent, not not the later day Leonard Skinner. I think the later day Leonard Skinner should
Oh,
be.
I'm talking about with Ronnie.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Ronnie
oh yeah,
Van Zant is Leonard Skinner. Without
yeah.
him, I'm sorry. The brother is okay. I would see them live, but no.
No, no, no. I would even. I've never even seen them live. I refuse, and that's because I kid you not. They played less than 2 miles from my house at the racetrack over here at the horse track. I refused to go, and that's because Marshall
Hey,
Tucker was playing with them. I
Blue
like
Oyster Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult. CCR is one of the best that really signifies America as
Jimi
well.
Hendrix.
ZZ Top.
Well, Jimi Hendrix was like part English, part American now. Yeah.
Yeah, because he kind of had to go to England to be discovered, and then America caught on.
Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble.
Stevie Ray. Oh, you know what? I was listening to the album yesterday, Soul to Soul. Yeah,
Oh, great album.
yeah, it really is from 1985.
Just
Heart.
think of that guy named Hart. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. I'm just going off now.
yeah, yeah. You can really think of a lot of
The
American.
Doors.
The Doors. Oh yeah, the Doors. I mean
So many
that
great
whole
American
LA
bands.
scene with Motley Crue and Rat and Wasp and I mean, there's a lot out there.
I
The
would go
20
for Wasp had like 4 good albums though.
Blondie.
Blondie, Talking Heads.
Yeah, you can really think a lot about the different
No,
scenes, the different scenes that these
Collective
bands.
Soul, man. Come on, Collective Soul.
Where are they from? Collective
They're from
Soul.
Atlanta, I think.
Oh, really? Are they?
Yeah, they're from Atlanta, dude.
Okay, I didn't know that because Their songs are okay, but I've never really sat down and heard a whole album by them.
Dude, you need to listen to the first 4 Collective Soul albums.
I think I've got one, the one that has the blue cover.
Oh, that's the self-titled.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what. But you
I
need to
think that's
listen.
the third.
You need to listen to Discipline Breakdown.
Probably won't, but all right.
Well, why would you listen to it? Discipline Breakdown. REM, dude. B-52s.
REO Speedwagon.
REO Speedway. Styx. Cheap Trick. Oingo Boingo. Come on, Cheap Trick.
Oh yeah, Cheap Trick. Yeah.
I know you weren't going to say Oingo Boingo.
No, I wasn't. Dude, I always forget that they're even a band until I talk.
They're from Pasadena, California, bitch. You know.
And that's because I have 3 of their albums from your recommendation that I've now remind me, ladies and gentlemen out there, when Mark tells me I should listen to this album, remind me not to listen because those were terrible.
What albums do you have? What 3 albums do you have by Oingo Boingo?
I got the live Halloween show. It's a double album.
Great.
I gotta look at my phone. Keep talking.
I'm just saying, Oingo Boingo is so underrated in America. I love them so much. And
are they big anywhere else?
Oh, they are. And Danny Elfman is big everywhere.
Well, yeah, I know Danny Elfman is, but we're talking about the band, Mark.
But the band is really bigger in California. Pasadena.
Dark at the End of the Tunnel.
Oh, that's the least album I like by them, but it's a good album. I would suggest you listen to forget all the studio albums. Just go for the double Boingo Alive album. They re-recorded all their songs live in the studio because Danny Elfman hated the way his voice sounded. And those are my go-to tracks by their old stuff because they fucking just killed it.
Yeah, and then I got that I got the Farewell Live for the Universal Amphitheater.
That's a great one. I love him. Danny Elfman is like dragging a bass player, Johnny Avila, on the stage. He's just dragging him. He's just going like this. He's just dragging him, like laying on his back. Just dragging him on. I've seen them twice, dude. Halloween shows of that band. They are so I've never seen a crowd into a band except for fucking Metallica, the Black Album tour at the Forum. I never seen the crowd go crazy for a band. Or Bruce Springsteen on A Tunnel of Love at the LA Sports Arena, which is no longer there. Fucking great shit, dude. That's why Oingo Boingo got me, because I saw them live, dude. Great live band, man.
All right. Anything else you want to add, Mark?
No, I just want you to promote your stuff, man.
Oh yeah. This Tuesday on the Blackspinner Music Vidcast, this is Alspec. We're going to be ranking our top 10 plus 5 albums of 1985. I finished my list. I'm already done. But I usually don't do live albums on there. But I am going to put it in my honorable mentions. My plus 5 are all going to be live albums. Because they were some of the biggest live albums ever made. Metallica, Iron Maiden's Live After Death, Scorpions Worldwide Live, Tom Petty, Pack Up the Plantation.
Fuck, I love that album.
U2, Wide Awake in America. All these were in 1985. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. All those live albums, some of the best live albums were released.
Dude, Pack Up the Plantation has Stevie Nicks singing Insider at Tom Petty live.
Yeah.
Fucking great shit.
And there was another one that's Triumph Stages was also in 85.
Great album. I like the my favorite Triumph live album. Stages is kind of okay, but they have the fucking Us Festival live album. That's a fucking great one.
Yeah. You see, that's a great one, but it's a short set.
Yeah, it is.
It is a short set. This was the.
But I love how Rick Emmett does Peter and the Wolf on guitar.
And I can understand that's more immediate when Stages is a double album, of course.
It's a great fucking live album.
Spread throughout. it's got more music to it, and it might dip here and there, but dude, it's fantastic. But that's what I got going on next week. Oh, and also I'll be on the BS sessions on Thursday doing top songs of 1971. I am the opposite of you. I barely made 11 tracks of 1970. I barely made it. Here, I came up with 29 songs and I need to cut it down.
Oh shit. I
Yeah.
barely made it for fucking 71. I had a lot for 70.
Yeah. 70, I was like, dude, I was like hoping that a couple of songs I could have put on there.
Well,
But
there's King Crimson, which I like that band now, but I don't know that album yet, you know.
right,
So there's stuff that I know I would like, but I won't like it now unless I
right,
heard it. So I had to be honest with what I know. So I don't
right,
know a lot of those songs.
right.
Like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. I don't know that album. You know, I was
Oh,
looking.
okay.
Yeah, so it's like fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna since I picked up a lot of songs on here, I'm gonna try and pick songs that other panelists aren't gonna pick, but that I do love. I'm not gonna be different just to mention them.
Yeah.
I never do that.
You're not gonna go, I know you'd pick that like I do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
I do that because I want to get people a plethora of different songs to get music out there, man. But man,
yeah.
thank you. Also, thank you guys for listening to the last U2 episode. It's doing very well. Joshua Tree is like almost 400 downloads right now.
Wow.
Thank you guys for being on there. Andrew was on there.
Yeah, I was.
Travis Parada was on there. Travis Parada would have been on a show, but he took a nap.
You better tell that dude. I went to a Little Caesars to get it hot and ready. Fucker told me 15 to 20 minutes.
Hey, Travis, you're watching this. Get that
And
shit together, bitch.
and I told him I wasn't going to get angry. I don't go blah blah blah. I said okay. Well, thanks a lot, but go back to your break then.
All right. We just want to say thank you for all who died in service of this country. We appreciate you. We love you.
Yep.
And prayers for your families. Thank you for everything you've done to keep our freedom in this country. Anything else, Andy, on that?
No, I think I just said it all. Thank you for having me on. I usually don't join these, but I'm glad that I was available, man.
All right, man. You guys take it easy. We're out. Later, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.